Dave Ramsey's Baby Steps. He has 7. Dave says, and what I say. So the first baby step, I'm just going to write them all down. The first one for Dave is to save an emergency fund of $1,000. The second step is to pay off all your debt except your house. He says save 3 to 6 months of expenses. 4, invest 15% into your retirement. Number 5 for his 7 baby steps is save for your children. So what he's talking about here is college. 6, he has pay off the house. And then number 7, he has build wealth and give. So those are the 7 baby steps according to Dave. In my view, $1,000 for an emergency fund is not really going to do it. Well, I say to save monthly, and you save $200 to $500 a month. And to start off, if you want a bulk amount, I say $2,500 for most people is a good amount to strive for. That will cover any missed payments, any emergencies that maybe come up. So the next thing is to pay off all your debt except for your house. I'm going to go against him again on this one because in my viewpoint, your house should be a priority. So a priority payoff would be your home. So the reason I say this is because you own something. And we should all own something. That is a big part of building wealth. This is such a big payment in your bills as well that once you pay it off, this can boost all of these other things so dramatically with that extra income every month. So that's another reason I think you should pay off the home. Save 3 to 6 months expenses. And this is where I would generally go. For most people, average people, should be to have $10,000 sitting in an account. Now, it should be a high interest account so that you can make money off of it, but it should be there for you to access whenever you need for whatever you need. If you're doing this every single month, you will get this eventually. And once you have this, everything here can change. I also agree that we should be investing all the time. So I would say another $200 to $500 a month, or just what you can afford. $50 a paycheck, even if you're starting with a small amount, $20, invest it. You don't have to have a large amount of money to start investing anymore. That's something that it used to be that way. It's not that way anymore. So jump in. Next up, he has saved for your children, their college. And I agree with that. After you pay off the home. And the reason I say that is because, again, say like your house payment is $2,500 a month and you pay this off, you can use this to send your kids to college. You need to make sure that you are financially set. A lot of people end up going into debt to make sure their kids are set up properly, but they don't make sure that they are set up properly first. If you pay off your home, it's usually your largest expense. So it will open up these funds to be put in investing, to have sitting, to put in your savings account every single month. So it will also help you to afford college. So pay off the house and then you can pay for these things. And it really doesn't take as long as people think to pay off a home if you actually push yourself to do that. So if your home is $2,500 a month, try to pay $2,650 and you'll be surprised how quick you jump to the other side of the interest. So the next thing he has is to pay off the house. So of course I agree with that, but I agree with that way over here. And he says pay off the house. So yes, this in my plan is already done. That's the house. And then the last thing is, of course, build wealth and give. In my financial plan, giving is not a priority. If you feel the urge to give and you have your 10,000 sitting around, then feel free to give. The point is, in my opinion, it shouldn't make the list. My philosophy is set yourself up for success before giving to others. I would just say build wealth, which is much easier once you have your home paid off. People do not prioritize it enough. I know it's hard right now to get into a home, but if you can, focus on making that the main staple in your picture. There's gurus and financial people out here saying that you do not need to own anything to be happy, that you do not want all the debt that a house brings, etc., all the things wrong with home ownership. But what they don't tell you is that most wealthy people, most people that have their finances in order are owners of some type of property. So you want to own property. Once you pay this off, this amount of money is opened up for all of these other things, which just makes everything so much better. When he says build wealth, we've already done some of that in my steps. So again, we're already done by the time you get to step 7. We've already accomplished a lot more than that. If you take it in a monthly place instead of step by step by step by step, do it monthly. Every month, I'm going to put this aside. Every month, I'm going to pay extra on my house. Every month, I'm going to make sure that I invest something, even if it's nothing, like a small amount. That's what I think about this Dave Ramsey's 7 baby steps, what I think is valid and what I think needs a little improvement, what I would change altogether, what I dropped from the list. Okay, so let me know what you think.